everyone. Do you think he's hiding something? But none of us were ready for the truth. And one day, at 8:15 a.m., when he still hadn't shown up, I was extremely worried. By noon, he'd missed his first bowl in 10 years, and I knew I had to do something. I untied my apron mid-shift and jogged the 4 blocks to his building. When I got to the front door, I knocked. "Earl, it's Ray from the diner. I'm just checking in." There was no response, so I pressed my ear to the door. Inside, I could hear a weak voice repeating, "Help," over and over. My heart was pounding, so I pressed my face to the window, and through a gap in the curtain, I saw a dark blood stain soaked into the carpet. I instantly started slamming myself into the door frame. "I'm coming in, Earl!" And when the door finally split open, Earl was on the floor between the couch and the coffee table, lips gray, one arm bent wrong beneath him. "Fell last night," he whispered. "Knew you'd come." I called 911 kneeling on that carpet and held his hand until the sirens arrived. At the hospital, a paramedic pulled me aside. If he spent another night on that floor, he'd be gone. You finding him is what saved him. A nurse stopped me at the desk with a clipboard. "Who should we call?" "Family. Emergency contact." I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. I realized I'd spent 10 years gossiping about what Earl was hiding, but the truth is, he was never hiding anything. He was just alone, and his gumbo routine was the only thing that saved him. No, it's just me. From there, every evening I brought him gumbo with no cracker, and before they discharged him, the regulars passed a jar down the counter and rented him the apartment right beside the diner so we'd know if anything happened to him again. On his first morning home, Earl eased onto his stool and grinned at me. "Gumbo, hold the cracker." For 10 years straight, the lawyer pointed at a picture of my inflatable dragon and told the judge it was the demon Baphomet. "Your Honor, this thing signals evil every single night with the defendant's purple lights." I sat there in my one good suit, trying to figure out how an inflatable dragon had turned into a lawsuit that could cost me thousands of dollars. But at least I had come prepared with doorbell footage that made me a lot less nervous about what was about to happen. The neighbor got up next and wiped her eyes with a tissue. "My son can't sleep because the dragon watches him from his window." Her lawyer nodded like it was the saddest thing he'd ever heard, and I rolled my eyes. He kept going. "Tell the court about the fog machine." She let out a dramatic wail. "It's not fog, it's spirit smoke, calling something in from the other side." Then she pulled out her phone. "And ever since he turned that thing on, I can't win a Wordle. My 47-day streak is gone." The judge just blinked at her, so her lawyer jumped back in, holding up a photo of my porch lights. "These purple lights form a pentagram when they hit the dragon's scales." I almost laughed out loud, but the judge shot me a look, so I bit my tongue. When it was finally my turn, I didn't have a fancy lawyer, just a folder of receipts. The dragon's name is Puffy McScales, not Baphomet, and I bought him at a party store for $80. Then I hooked my phone up to the big screen. Also, here's a video my doorbell took over the weekend. I smiled as the video showed my neighbor's son and 3 friends climbing all over the dragon, laughing and taking pictures with it. This is her son enjoying my Halloween decorations. The judge leaned forward. "Ma'am, is this true?" Her face went red and she started stuttering, so the judge banged his gavel. "Case dismissed." I left the dragon up an extra week just to picture her face every time she drove by.